Whenever y'all ready.
All right. Good to go. Straight Drop Radio, the Rush Hour Show. JB Lynch in the building, in the place to be. I got LBE Hunt.
Yo.
What's going on with you, brother?
What up, what up?
Ain't nothing, man.
Chillin', man, we here.
Got you over here, you know, Straight Drop Radio, the Rush Hour Show. You know, trying to kick it off the right way.
Yeah, man.
Got you in the building. I see you making moves right now. You got the new project. Keep smiling when you see.
When I come around,
Keep smiling when I come around. I like that. I like that title, man. I like that. What was the inspiration behind that?
You know, I feel like everybody be going through stuff. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we all just keep smiling no matter what we go through. You know what I mean? Just keep smiling. And while I was making the project, I was getting inspired by a lot of soulful vibes. You know what I'm saying? Listen to different projects to see what I can do. Because when I make projects, I like to listen to people that I really like. You know what I'm saying? Like people that I listen to, I like to see what they did and what they did wrong, so I can, you know what I'm saying, do it right and see what they did right. You know what I'm saying? So I can just make it mine. You know what I mean?
Like just hip hop or just all genres of music?
Hip hop, neo soul, R&B, gospel, all that in one.
I listened to the album multiple times. I can get that feel on it. It's a real soulful type of vibe that you got on the joint.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the way you're going with that. And like where's the what's like the direction that you're going into with the project though?
I ain't really wanted to be too all over the place. So that's why like the songs don't sound exactly similar, but it remains the same vibe. I kind of, when I put it together, I wanted it to be like a roller coaster ride. I didn't want 4 songs in a row sounding, boom bap and kind of low. You know what I'm saying? So I made like a roller coaster ride. I was going from a good, vibe like that, then a little up tempo, then back down, up tempo. So that's how I did it.
And I know we had a few conversations, and you was kind of talking about songs like, to be more relatable, to the people, more like reality, more relatable songs than like a lot of this other music that people be hearing out here. Like, what's the drive behind that?
Yeah, well, if y'all like seeing the titles of the songs, like they all could be something that we all relate to. You know what I'm saying? The first song, $5 Short. I feel like everybody been short no matter what amount it was. You've been short some money for a bill or something at the store. You've been, you've been short. And right after that is Work Loop. Like, most people go to work in the morning 9 to 5. Most people.
Work Loop?
Work Loop, yeah. It's called Work Loop. So everybody that had that feeling where it's like, bro, I don't feel like going to work today. So I kind of just touched on that and things that was going through my head at work, where it was just like, I don't really feel like working for this rich nigga. He already rich, so why am I making him even more richer? But you gotta do what you gotta do because that be paying the bills. But I just feel like I put that out to let people know what I was going through.
A lot of people can relate to that, I think, though.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they doing what they gotta do, but they also see the bigger thing that's going on. But you still gotta do what you gotta do to make your living.
Definitely, you know what I'm saying. And then right after that was while on my hiatus. I feel like everybody needs to take a break from everything sometimes, just to like come back to reality and clear your mind, you know what I'm saying?
While on my hiatus.
While on my hiatus, that's the 3rd song. And then right after that's Project Girl. I feel like everybody that dealt with a Project Girl or Hood Girl or whatever, spoke on that a little bit. It's just things that I'm speaking on that I feel like us as the black community can relate to.
Right. Especially like, you speak directly to your fans.
For sure.
To your demographic. I know you was once telling me about like, a lot of these dudes, they kind of like, they'll like create some kind of fake tough image.
Yeah.
But then, that's not really what it's about. We making music to make music.
Right.
So I can see, that, I can see your evolving and your growth with the music.
Yeah.
And like, what was the first song, on this project that you made?
The first song was Home Base. My man's Code 45. Shout out Code 45. He in LA.
Okay.
He based out of LA, but I met him in Richmond. He from Richmond, but he, he did what he had to do when he got out to LA. That was the first song I wrote for the project, not even knowing I was gonna go with it. That was the first song I wrote. You know, I kind of like did like 16 bars and I just put it away, and I was just gonna figure out what I was gonna do with it later. And me and him had chopped it up, and you know, he did a lot. He did a lot of stuff for me, like throughout the summer. Like he put me onto a lot of stuff, so
Right,
I feel like I was paying him back by putting him on the album. And then I was like, you know what, I got a track for you. He sent the vocals back, and you know what I'm saying, it came out good. But that one called Home Base, I feel like he can relate to that because he's somewhere that he's not from. You know, he in LA, and it's basically like talking about coming home, and you know, just the feeling of coming home. We still know where the heart at. Like I mentioned, that's where the heart at.
And he's out there furthering his music career.
Yeah. He in LA. He doing his thing with the music. I'm from Hampton, but you know, I'm in Richmond right now, so I'm still a little bit away from home. So I just felt like that was the right thing to do. You know what I mean?
And by you sparking it off with that song, you know, did that inspire you to make that album? When you made that song, were you looking to make this album like this, or, you know, was that like it was a certain vibe, or what kind of inspired you to start making this album?
Well, when I wrote that song, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to do like a 4 or 5 song EP, drop that like late November, and then put out an album like in 2023 because I didn't put out nothing since May.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I did all these videos and whatnot, but I want to put something out for people to hear, something new. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just put out an EP and then work on an album. But you know, we got too inspired, like I mentioned earlier. Just the beat selection we chose and the beat packs we was using, it was a little different, but I was rocking with it, with the J Dilla type beat package. You know, those drums, that set of drums, and the boom bap feel.
It's a real milky sound,
Yeah.
man. No, for real. This project, man, is real. It's real neo soulish. It's real milky.
Yeah.
I see the growth in you, man. It was you know what I mean. I let it rock multiple times when I was rolling around the other day, for real.
Yeah.
That's nice. It's a beautiful album, man. And you know, I had some questions down, man.
Yeah.
I see. How many projects have you done all together?
Well, 2 of them not on Apple Music, or not on no platforms at all.
Are you planning on dropping those?
I'm thinking about redropping them again as time go on, as you know, the music expand even further. I'm planning on dropping those again, but I took them off because when I first started, I was engineering myself, which they were good mixes, it was good engineering, but my engineer, Mr. J, shout out Mr. J, like he just took me to a whole nother, you know, a whole nother level of knowledge in the engineering. Like he made it like it's professional with him.
Right.
When it was with me, I was just in the room just doing what I can to make it sound good. But he paid attention to every single detail, like the hissing in your voice, and you know, he tell me when I don't got enough energy, he said, get more energy, and you know, I need to clear my throat or something like that. So I just stuck with him, and I'm like, you know what? Once we get back to it, we'll redo those because I got the vocals and everything for my first and second project. Still got the vocals for all that, so I'm just letting him do his thing when the time comes. But so those 2, I did those 2, and right after that, I did the Faded Dreams and Fantasy project, the Fly Like Dawn project, No More Summers in VA project. And then Soul Ties, can't forget that one. That was like a little R&B vibe. So I'm on like 7 right now. 7 in 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's you drop projects frequently. I see you don't waste time.
Yeah.
How do you stay motivated like that? Like just because sometimes, you know, I know sometimes artists, they be having writer's block, and then it'd be like a sophomore slump or like a sophomore curse. Like you don't even see it. You just drilling. You just keep sliding. And, you know, you keep sliding on the block, man.
I feel like when you got a team, let's say you do go through writer's block, when you got a team of people, the stuff that you're struggling on, you still got them. You know what I'm saying, to make up for what you're struggling on. Let's say I can't write no music for 3 weeks. I'm gonna put out 3 videos for 3 songs that I previously had. So we're gonna do videos, we're gonna have the write-ups, you know, so when I can't write no music, still got that.
So you're gonna just stay working, no matter, it ain't even necessarily gotta be dealing with them, just writing music and recording.
Yeah.
You're gonna just stay, it's always something to be doing.
Some dealing with music, it's always something. Or even coming up with promotion ideas, we do that too. That's a job itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the more you live while you do all that, when it's time to write again, you have so much to write about. So we might do need to take them 3-week breaks where we're not writing or recording at all. So by the time to come back, we done did all this other stuff. It's time to write again, time to record. So
Yeah, I see you was shouting out your team a lot, on this project too.
Yeah.
I see you was bigging them up, and it's good that you acknowledge that. And because a lot of people when they start off in music, they don't necessarily finish with the people who they started with. It's
Yeah.
always some kind of riff, and you're not gonna be able to. Somebody gonna always maybe feel some kind of way, but it's good that you just acknowledge that at this point in junction in your career, and
yeah,
you just keep developing. And the sound that you got is evolving with the people that you're working with.
right. I feel like the guys I work with, they don't need nothing from me. Like they don't, they don't need nothing from me. We all in this together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much the family. But I feel like they don't need nothing from me, so it'll never be nothing where it's like, okay, we fall off about something to do with music, because they right in here with me. Like when I drop, they feel like they dropping too.
Right.
And that's the importance of the team. It's like when I drop the project, they all drop. You know what I'm saying? So
And how do you feel like you keep it, you keep the camaraderie and you keep it cool like that, without, because people get in their feelings a lot of times, and you're like, damn, where'd that come from? Like,
I feel like since we all got the same goals, we all do the same thing, it don't really be too much since we think alike. So my engineers, producers, like I said in the interview before, like I got a producer and engineer mind and ear. You know what I'm saying? So we all think alike. And I feel like that helped it out a lot, because like I said, they don't need nothing from me, I don't need nothing from them. We just one team. So we got an understanding of that.
that's good, man. That's good, man.
Yeah.
And like, when you are putting a project together, what's like your thought process? Like the level that you, what's your vision like when you approaching a new project?
So each project I do, I listen to the last one, see where, because a lot of people don't see my flaws in my music, but I see them because I make it.
You're your toughest critic.
Yeah. So I'll listen to my last project and see what I didn't do right or didn't do good on that. And then the next project, I'll make sure it's 10 times better. Like with this project, my previous project, I didn't have no hooks. So I'm like, okay, this next project, I gotta have some hooks. The bars was good at that time. They was good. They might have seemed great to me at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But as time went on, I'm like, okay, I could have said something better. That's why this project, you won't hear me saying a whole bunch more with the lyrics. Like I got more to say, and I lived a little bit since
I
May.
see it is a little more lyrical than
Yeah.
I can see that. That's why I said I can see the growth from the previous projects that you put out.
Yeah, for sure.
And like the way that your music is going, I can kind of see like the music shifting to what you're doing.
Yeah,
It's kind of like lo-fi hip hop.
yeah,
That's what I kind of like see it as.
mm,
And it's a lot of it's a lot of different styles of music that's going on, but it's like a certain kind that they kind of look for.
yeah.
What's your what's your thoughts on the current state of like what's going on with hip hop?
It's it's not too many, but it's a lot of like lanes. That's a good word, lanes. So
Yeah.
you got certain lanes in hip hop. A lot of people say, "Oh, I rap." First thing most people think is they do that lane, which is that lane that's really popular. But you got people like me and a lot more others who kind of went another route, but we still get respected as if we went in that lane. I feel like people gravitate to us more, especially somebody who really like the music that we make. The people who really rock with us because that's not popular. So, like we all, even with clothes, like we want to get the most rare stuff. So if you're a rare artist, they're gonna grab. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get gravitated towards more, and they're investing in you no matter what you do.
Yeah. And like I was saying, like with the current state of hip hop was going on, like I can see you, the music that you make being at the forefront, because people want to hear like new things, and the way that you coming on these kind of beats.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it myself, and I'm a critic when it comes to hip hop music, and I don't really like what everybody else like, but it's like I like a certain kind of music that hit. This project that you just put out, it was hitting.
Yeah.
And I'm a few years older than you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I know it's hitting with the people, your core fan base.
Yeah.
So I can see the growth with that. And I know you was letting me know that you got like you and ASAP 12, but y'all been like chopping it up a little bit back and forth.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with him?
Shout out 12B. It first started with my cousin Don, my manager, Recipes Don. He connected us somehow, some way through the DMs one time, and we did a video back in 2020. The song was called Act Like That. It was a song we really wanted to push. And, Don got him to post it up, and then he was like, that's hard. And then, once I broke the news to him that Don passed, he kind of was like, he was the one who brought me to you. So he added me to like a group chat where people could just talk about what's going on. Like, it was a mental health group chat, but people could just, lay it all out. He added me to that, and then, as time went on, I'll send him stuff to put up. He'll put it up. And most recently, I got added to his playlist on SoundCloud. He had a playlist. I got added to that. But yeah, that's my man. We went up to a pop-up shop up in Harlem that he had back in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to that. That's when I met him.
Okay.
Yeah, he a cool dude.
Yeah.
I feel like he kind of he kind of underground, like he tapped into the underground more than Rocky, of course. Everybody knows A$AP Rocky.
So yeah, I don't think that people really know who A$AP 12 is. That's A$AP Rocky and Rihanna. That's their child's godfather.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out.
He up there.
I'm just throwing it out. We just going to that's A$AP Rocky and Rihanna. You know what I mean? It's part of the A$AP mob.
Yeah, he part of the
I'm just
A$AP
fucking
mob.
with that.
He part of the A$AP mob.
But
yeah,
that's
cool.
good. He's showing love, and it's like that's a pure connection right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's good how you went up there that way and rocked with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure he appreciate that.
Yeah. Cop some merch. It was a good vibe.
Yeah, nah, that's chill. That's chill. Just like you expanding on them kind of opportunities and them kind of connections.
Yeah.
And it's like I see you putting on shows in Richmond.
Yeah.
How many shows you put on up there?
Of my own 4. Put out 4.
How many shows have you did all together?
I don't know. It's too many to count.
But
I'm
you
gonna
put
say
on
25. I put 4 of my own though, where it's like, I hosted it and I got the venue and I put it together. A lot of the shows that I did, somebody else may have put it together and I was on the card. But I did 4 shows,
Okay.
where it was, I put it together. I talked to the guy who owned the venue and we just made it work. Made it a real family oriented vibe. Got some of my homies, Mikey on the way, he was there. A few other people, so it was a vibe.
Yeah, because I've been to a couple of them, and I see you be having people in there, like, and then it's like you bringing your friends in who want to do music with you.
Yeah.
So it's all organic, and I see the spots that you be picking. It's not like a club. It's normally like a gallery or a boutique or something like that, where it's like it's a real niche crowd. Yeah. And it's a different vibe in the air. It's a cool, chill vibe.
Yeah.
And I know you did one show when you did it in somebody's backyard.
Yeah.
I think that show kind of propelled you to another level. It seemed kind of like on some festival type.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't go to the show, but I seen footage from it.
Word.
What was that experience like?
That was a 1700 Fest, man. Shout out Momo. He's a student at VCU. He put on a festival called 1700 Fest, which around that time, when he had told me about it, he wanted me to perform, I had COVID. So I said, man, I don't think I can, do it. But I shook out of COVID by those 2 weeks. That's when it was time to go again. That's when it was time for the show to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I let him know, like, I'm feeling good, add me on the card, whatever. I got up out the bed, I went out there and I performed. It was a good vibe. I wasn't expecting it to be like that because it was a lot of people there. And to this day, like, I'll be walking around Richmond and people will be like, yo, I remember you from 1700 Fest. I didn't really think it was going to be that big of a thing. I thought it was just a show. But, yeah, it was called 1700 Fest, man. Momo, my man's Momo. Yeah, he a real solid dude. So, shout out Momo, man.
And so you just performed at that show. You didn't put that together.
I just showed up.
Nah, that was kind of crazy because the crowd I seen the footage. It was kind of crazy from that show. I think that you kind of propelled your career. That was kind of like a catapult, in your career.
Yeah.
It's like everything, I see you do, it's kind of like it gains traction and it propels you, to the next level. Like as far, talk about your merch, man. I see you got the merch out here. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man, this Hunters Club, I ain't gonna lie, we took probably like 9 months off with the Hunters Club thing. We had to really go back and think about how we're gonna do it. And, we finally got to where we need to be, This is considered album merch. But this is the LBE Hunt merch, you know what I'm saying? This will be on the website December 20th, available for purchase. So we got multiple designs. You know, we got this one, the vintage one, of course. We got the long sleeve, Hunters Club, like the varsity letters, you know, little varsity look. We got long sleeve and short sleeve. These will come in different colors. That'll all be on the site that same day as well. And we got the HCVA tees, different colors, you know. But HCVA, Hunters Club VA, that's where it was established.
Quality though, this is quality right here.
That's where it was established at, you know what I'm saying?
If I wash it, it's gonna crack up, the letter's gonna crack
Never.
up.
No, sir.
Never.
No, sir. The letter's gonna outlive the shirt.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
we done did test wash a whole lot of them. The letter's gonna outlive the shirt.
It's about the quality, man.
Quality, man. But the website is called allhuntersclub.com. You know, you can get merch that I drop. You can also get physical copies of the album. They won't be available until the third week of January 2023. But the physical copies of the album will be up there. You know, posters will be up there, vinyl CDs, you know, because we in a real, like, retro type of area up in Richmond where they like stuff like that. So, and I've been asked, you know what I'm saying, can I do that? So I'm like, all right, cool. So we finally put that together. You know, I tried to do it like a project before, but it was just too much, but I learned a little knowledge on it. So, yeah, man, allhuntersclub.com, you know, people can be able to get whatever they want. I'm going to have constant drops, maybe every month. I can't take a break with this. So.
Yeah, no, the merch is quality, and what is really like, you know, I know I went to one of your shows, and I met Earl Mack when I was up there.
Shout out Earl Mack, man.
Yeah, because I see he got, you know, some stuff going on. What's your relationship with Earl Mack?
And that's my boy, man. We say a lot of encouraging things to each other through the DMs and in person when I see him in person. But he doing a lot up there. He putting on for the city. He an artist, like a true artist, a painter, and that's kind of rare in our community. Well, it's not popularized, but yeah, he real talented. I let him know like certain stuff he do inspired me. So yeah, that's my guy. Shout out Earl Mack.
No doubt, salute Earl Mack. You know, the stuff you be telling me, like, he, you know, it's a good brother over there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. But now the merch, now I see you had some other merch runs before, and it's like, what was that experience like? I know you told me one time, you know, you put something up on the first day, it sold out the first day,
Yeah.
right? What was that experience like? Were you expecting that, or?
Yeah, well, this was like around the time where Milwaukee Bucks had first won the championship,
Okay.
the finals championship, and it's just an idea that came to my head. Like, you know, I'm Hunters Club, that's the Bucks, you know, so I kind of went through my design space and I designed this design myself with Giannis, and it was like my logo on this jersey. You know, we called them champ tees. We made a small amount of them because, you know, at that time we went through a lot of trial and error with the brand.
Them joints was, I need them. I want one of them joints, man. Them joints was crazy.
I'm gonna definitely re-release them now that I got way more
Them
knowledge.
joints was crazy.
Way more knowledge, better material. I'm gonna release them again. But yeah, you know, people was rocking with them, man. They sold out like the first day. Just got them out of there, and it was like, okay. After that, I really had to like sit back and was like, okay, what am I gonna do with this? Because I think that was like almost around the same time I stopped. You know what I'm saying? I took a break with the merch, but I did one more drop, which was Hunters Club hoodies. And after that, I haven't did nothing since. But, you know, just dropping those things made me go back and do my homework to make sure my next drop, which is this, is going to be perfect. So I feel like we did a good job with all these pieces.
So like the one you put out, that was the Greek Freak with the antlers.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was a wild. Where you get that idea? That was a wild idea, man.
I don't know, man. I just thought about it.
Yeah, Greek Freak with the antlers on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah. And then I seen the junk you did with Ray Allen, but you ain't put that one out.
I ain't put that one out, which I'm probably put out as well. You know, Ray Allen played for the Bucks early on in his career.
Yeah. Troll them niggas, man.
Yeah, and I kind of designed it up.
Yeah,
I designed that one up
niggas,
too.
man.
So,
Yeah, how you live, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you moving in the right direction, man. I like the movement and the growth and the direction you're going in, man.
Yeah, man.
And what's good with the what's good with the LaRussell comparison, man?
Yo, LaRussell, yeah. Shout out LaRussell, man. Like, he be putting me onto a whole lot of stuff. Like, a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, the stuff that he do, nobody else talks about it. I haven't heard anybody say, oh, I'm gonna throw a show and you pay what you want. And I feel like that's a good idea, because it's like whatever you worth, to that person who coming, that's what they're gonna pay. So, you know, stuff like that, and even the physical copies thing. He basically said, if people want La Russell music, come to La Russell. Why you gotta, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a brilliant idea, which kind of inspired me to do the physical copy as well. I was trying to do that first, but once I seen that he was doing it and how fluent he was doing it, you know, it just made me want to do it. But yeah, La Russell, he really doing his thing for independent artists. Like, he paving the way for independent artists for real.
Yeah, it seemed like he really like he's stuck on it, and it ain't even about the music. He doing a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah.
He doing a lot of other stuff in the community. He don't want to even just be really looked at as a rapper, but like with just the whole independent thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of like where it's at.
Yeah.
You know, where it's at, and where is that where you at with it? Where you just gonna continue to just, you know, stay independent and just build your own brand that way?
Yeah, I feel like if a label come to you, you don't need them no more. So, cause these labels lazy right now. If you gonna get signed somewhere, you gotta have everything already built up to where you want it to be. So, for now, I'm gonna stay independent. I don't really see myself signing to a label, especially if they're gonna try to take away my creativity, which is not all labels, but you know, I want to keep my creativity, and I just gotta do it how I'm doing it. It might be a slower process, but you know, the labels want you already molded, and they lazy. They want to do what they want. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm gonna just stay the independent route.
You know, some label situations may be good. Some may, you know, and it depends on the equity that you build up without the label. Like you already seem to have your own infrastructure and ecosystem.
Yeah.
So, you know, just keep building on that, and if a label is coming to you, that just lets you know your value is rising.
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
So yeah, man, you know, it's a beautiful thing, man. Let the people know a little bit more, man, before we get up out of here, man. Like, what else you want the people to know?
Go stream. Keep smiling when I come around. Just released. Like I said, physical copies will be out January, towards the middle. Let me say towards the middle. Cop the merch at allhuntersclub.com. By the time this come out, the website will be live. So allhuntersclub.com, you get anything, you know what I'm saying? If you want to hit me up, come to DMs, you know what I'm saying? My DMs is open. I'm not one of them who ignore DMs. If you want to talk about something, we can talk. You know what I'm saying? You support my music, you comment, whatever. I'm commenting back, I'm supporting you back. So that's how I feel like this should be. We shouldn't, a lot of niggas be trying to be, you know, not human. Like, why are you trying to be a robot for? You know what I'm saying? Somebody supporting you, then they gonna support you. Support them back in some way, shape, or form. Niggas be trying to be robots, but yeah, other than that, keep streaming. Like I said in the previous interview, shout out to everybody involved, because I don't want to forget nobody. But shout out to everybody involved, man. And yeah, that's it.
Where can they find you at?
LBE Hunt, everything, everywhere. You search up LBE Hunt in Google, I'm up there, you feel me? LBE Hunt, Instagram, YouTube, all music platforms. Yeah, that's just it, man.
There you have it. Straight Drop Radio, the Rush Hour Show. We are LBE Hunt in the building. Shout out Lady A. Salute. Peace.
Did you tap in her yet?